We were posed with the question, what would it take for us to become a necessary part of the fabric of your community? And so it took me realizing, no, I wanted to hire and train Jeff Barnhart to come along.
When I first joined the team, what I found is we didn't have any money to rent exhibits. So when we looked out to the community, we talked to some of our key partners on ideas, and we went to Kiewit Construction and said, what could we do together in which we could teach kids about construction and host a 3-month exhibit here? And they start naming people in the community. What if we reached out to our mason folks, the folks that are in architecture and engineering, and asked them what they're doing to engage kids to get them excited? And for the first time, our team kind of turned around and looked at each other and said, well, maybe this is the answer. And as we stepped out onto the balcony, we started looking around, noticing that all of a sudden we had all kinds of friends. And we were bold enough to ask them for financial support. We were bold enough to ask them for their resources. But we took it one step farther and asking them, could you play a role in physically building this with us? And that's where it really took off.
Along with some office employees, we had some retired employees that volunteered their time to come help build some of this stuff. We decided on trying to come up with, why don't we try to put a real crane in there instead of something that looked like a real crane but wasn't real. We put together railings and a walkway and made it accessible. And then they kept coming up with more and more ideas as we kept doing this, and it kept getting me more and more involved by the employees' input.
We've recently reached out to other nonprofits. We're working with the Boy Scouts.
On the opening, we got several scouting volunteers and a couple of the kids. They show up in uniform, and then they build cars that can race down the track. The track that's up there is a regulation Pinewood Derby track. The scouts were there helping all the kids that came involved. There's little Legos. Put together a Lego car and you can race it down the track. The kids, they're providing service to the community. And the adult volunteers are there helping further the aims of the scouting program. And it was really neat to see up here. And boy, the kids were just swarming that track. It was like a beehive of activity.
The Omaha Children's Museum has taken a position in our utility higher than we could have ever imagined. We're always looking for ways in our work environment to promote team building, to see our engineering group, our construction group, our transportation group, our marketing development group, our communication group come together to do this and really have fun. These are folks that maybe have never even met each other, and they're now really truly a team and really have something to be proud of and something to talk about forever. They bring their families here now.
I was encouraged to make a connection with a woman who runs the Omaha Business Ethics Alliance. And I can remember the day we met. We're sitting at lunch.
We were just talking about different ways that we could get together. And I believe about the same time, Lindy said, superheroes, we do that at the museum. And I said, superheroes, I've always wanted a secret decoder ring. Could it be the case that somehow we can bring our organizations together? I don't have kids. And so I never participated in the Omaha Children's Museum because I think there is a perception that it's only a place that parents would go with their little kids. The first time I had the opportunity to come down here, I came in, I smiled the whole time I was here, and I smiled for 2 hours afterwards. It's just a wonderful place. My understanding is that every time that happens with a business person, when they come here, maybe have the same perception I did, which is this is just for the kids. But in a sense, it's for the adults too, But they come down, they smile, and while they're here, and they smile afterwards as well. So I think that being here creates the engagement and the understanding of exactly what the Omaha Children's Museum is doing for the community.